Okay, I don't have much to say on this subject. I have limited experience, but strong beliefs in it. What the heck's on my nose? Oh, was I bleeding? I think that the high sugar diets in jail help make it easier to transition back to your alcoholism. It may be that they're taking the approach that in the drunk tank to help people get off of their 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 hangovers and stuff. Because I think a good portion of people who get pulled over and arrested and thrown in jail it's an alcohol related incident. Well, I think that the dietitians kind of help ease the felons and criminals off of alcohol with sugar. I mean, that's what's recommended, as far as I understand, for getting off of alcohol. It's almost like taking methadone for heroin addicts or something. But I mean, sugar ferments into alcohol. They're closely related. They both mess up your liver and all that. The sugar extracts, the distilled alcohol, sugar extracts, distilled alcohol, they're the same to me. But there's a high sugar diets I noticed in the jail, and based on personal experience, I don't normally eat a lot of sugar, but that was about all I could eat with the high sugar stuff. It was put in the oatmeal in the morning. There was cookies and peanut butter with sugar in it, with the jelly, the high sugar bread. So I was having peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and all the pieces there had sugar added. They had sugar to the peanut butter. Just cakes and just all kinds of candies. This Kool-Aid that has calcium in it, but it's still a sweet Kool-Aid with lots of sugar, very sweet. Lots and lots of sugar. Okay. I actually, towards the end, when from Friday evening till Monday morning, I felt like I could use a smoke. All right. It's been a while where I felt like I could use a smoke. All right. And it could have been, it's partly psychology involved, after I got released. Oh, I could use a smoke. But it was also, I was influenced by the sugar too. All right. All that sugar makes me want to smoke. Just like drinking makes me want to smoke. Well, sugar in general, whether it's fermented or not, can encourage you to want to smoke. All right. It's just, it's two highs, two extracts that go well together. I also noticed side effects, which I didn't care for. It felt like my foot fell asleep. My foot doesn't normally fall asleep, especially after a nice long walk. I was walking a lot while in there and stuff. I wasn't feeding the right tissues in my body. My foot was feeling like it's going to sleep from this high sugar diet. All right, and I don't think I really got fat. All right, I probably did, but our diets were limited. Okay, you couldn't take the other criminals' food. You're only allowed to take yours. That was in the rules. So I was eating a smaller diet, and it was based on a large part on sugar extracts. They were inputting sugar in it. So it's really, sugar is really heavily involved in the probably the prison industry, probably the jail, and in the jail industry from my experience. And it's a lot of alcohol related stuff. You can ferment this stuff. I mean, you can use it for fermenting. You take the Kool-Aid and ferment it into alcohol. Okay, if it's fermentable, then yeah, it makes it easy for an alcoholic to make that transition. Either they could try to ferment it, or just have the sugar and you're not really getting off your alcoholism, because you're still feeding those receptors that have to process all that stuff, all that sugar. Because the difference between sugar and alcohol is only one molecule. Okay, the one molecule that either makes you feel loopy, or you just feel the sense of well-being for a short time afterward. They both give you that sense of well-being. One makes you loopy though, the alcohol. So It's a terrible system in our incarceration program, especially with the dietitians. They should be ashamed of themselves.